There was a time when I'd do almost anything to keep a client happy. Over my 30 years of running an electrical contracting business, I dealt with thousands of clients. When I first started, I had the view that the customer was king and we had to put them first and ourselves second. I changed my thinking on this when I created the team vision and I started to share it with the team. And the team vision that I created was that this business exists for the benefit of all of us who work in it together. One day, I got a great opportunity to put the team ahead of a client, and it reinforced I was on the right track. We had a call from a potential new client. It was the owner and manager of a factory that manufactured building products, a perfect new client for us. A call from a potential new industrial client didn't happen every day, but when it did happen, we would drop everything, get someone out there straight away to give them a good first impression. It was mid-afternoon when we got the call, so there were only a couple of hours left in the day, but I immediately sent one of my top guys out to get started. And this guy called me back after about 45 minutes on site to say that he wasn't sure about this new client. He thought they might be hard to get on with, and it looked like someone else had started the job and left it part finished. So I said, well, okay, let's finish up the day and see where we're at. And at the end of the day, he came back to the workshop and he said, I think you'll get a phone call from this bloke. He was complaining about everything, and I don't think we should be working for him. Sure enough, 5 minutes later, the new client was on the phone complaining about everything, just as my team member had predicted. So I listened to him for a couple of minutes, and then I said, well, look, it doesn't seem like we're the right electrician for you. There'll be no charge for today, but we won't be coming back tomorrow. And what happened next is probably not what you expect. His attitude changed immediately. He was, oh, no, you've got to come back. And I just said, no, sorry, we won't be coming back, and hung up the phone. Now, being the end of the day, most of my team were out in the other office where they could hear every word of the call. So the most powerful and surprising part of this was that when I ended the call, and this is no exaggeration, there was cheering and clapping from the other office. And I heard someone say, Dino told him to piss off. I didn't exactly say that, but I suppose that was the message. It was a really solid demonstration in front of the team that I was committed to putting their welfare above any potential new client and the revenue they might bring. And I think it was a fantastic boost to team morale and building our culture. Also, I demonstrated my trust in my team member's judgment of the situation and his recommendation not to work for this dickhead. So it was a very positive experience. It was just lucky in the timing that most of my team were there to witness it. The difficult client from the factory taught me a valuable lesson. Not only do you want to get rid of bad clients, you need your whole team to know that you've done it and that you've done it to protect them. From then on, if we sacked a client who made our lives difficult, I made sure to announce it in the weekly team meeting and explain why we'd done it. And the reason was always the same, that I didn't want my team to have to put up with ungrateful idiots who didn't appreciate their work and made their lives less enjoyable. And they're usually the slow payers too, who complain about the bill as well. So sack the bad clients, tell the team about it, and build your culture in line with your team vision. What do you think? Have you had an experience with a difficult client like this? Let me know in the comments. You probably know someone who could benefit from the ideas in this video, so feel free to share it with them. And if you have a question about managing your team members or any aspect of running a trades or contracting business, then send me an email using the link in the description below. Subscribe to the channel to make sure you see more of my videos like this, and thank you very much for listening.